highly organized and was very, very helpful to his teams when they were doing shoots in terms of organizing and producing. And I kind of thought that David might be a good person. And Shay, I remember from Term 4, was also very good at that. You guys could perhaps be collaborators as project managers and kind of get people together, start planning, come up with however you guys want. Josie, you are term 6 late?
Term 5.
You still term 5?
Well, because I switched the audio class and video, and then I ended up switching to VFX.
Oh, okay. So you're still doing VFX.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can still go out and recruit more people. You know, if you guys want to start incorporating video effects and, you know, explosions and that kind of stuff. Yeah, again, you never know it's going to be hard to do explosions if you picked a romance as your genre, but you might, creative writing will help. You guys are going to need a writer. You're going to need somebody who's good at music. And it's not just about the video people. Everybody can bring something to the table. If you're like, I don't know anything about video, I just want to participate, there's definitely a role for you. David, you want to say anything?
No.
Not especially?
Not right now.
Okay. Mark, what kind of advice would you like to
Well, what's the format usually? Is there a designated camera team, lighting team, or is everyone doing everything?
It's in the past, people have kind of found their niche and gone to certain areas. People kind of sign up initially with an area of interest. For people that haven't done video, or any video at all, they haven't gone through term 4, a lot of times they'll be in a secondary role helping out people in the primary roles. But a lot of times they've gotten on camera, they've worked with lights, they've worked with all that kind of stuff. Anel? Why don't you come on in and tell, Anel is a multi-48-hour film festival entrant and award winner. Come on up. Come on up. I'll get you on film. And tell us about your first year and the second year.
Hi guys, my name is Mel. I enjoy doing the 48-hour. It's a lot of work, but the first year I helped out as an assistant producer, and I basically helped out the producer, which was the person in charge and everything like that, and then I helped out on set with lighting or anything like that. I think the first year we won Best Editing. Plaid actually won Best Editing, and last year our group made it to the Best Up, which is it's awesome when you're competing against other companies and schools and stuff like that here in San Diego.
Let's just talk about the experience. I mean, were you there for all 48 hours both
Yes.
times?
The first year I was there, actually both times I was there the whole time. I didn't get any sleep for the 48 hours I was there, but coffee became my best friend. For those of you who drink coffee, it's actually pretty fun because you get to see this whole process from like Friday afternoon where you're sitting down with the script writers and you're writing, you're coming up with ideas for your script, and then the next day when you guys start shooting, and then the following day when you guys are editing, everybody starts to stress out because it's the deadline's coming and stuff like that. But it's really fun. I mean, it sounds intense, but it's really fun if you guys just kind of all cooperate as a team and everything like that.
One of the biggest, most important things is going to be to check the ego at the door. Where a lot of people have a lot of ideas, there's going to be conflict. You gotta have to remember to be a part of a team and check that ego. It's easier said than done. We'll have some people think, well, we should edit it this way, we should edit it that way. Well, we're interpreting the script this way. I'm interpreting the script. That's why it's going to be very important to have defined roles, who's doing what, and when they're doing it. Again, to be there for 48 hours is a lot of work. An amazing experience to do it. But even if you can only put in, a little bit here, a little bit Friday, a little bit Saturday, a little bit Sunday, everything's needed. You may even just be somebody that helps drive around or helps with props or, getting on Sunday at 5 o'clock usually.
Yeah, it's around 5 or 6, depending on the time I was shooting every year. But they have a designated area where they give you your line of dialogue, your character, your prop, and the only thing you pick out of a hat is your genre. And the first year, I think we got like birthday anniversary, and that was our genre. And then last year we got dark comedy. So every year it's different, and then every year they try to add new genres and stuff like that. They change the props, they change your characters and dialogue and stuff like that. And essentially they give you all of this stuff so that you can incorporate it to your script, and it's incorporated into your video.
You're not allowed to do any shooting ahead of time, but you are allowed to do as much research and practice as you want. So when you start getting your teams together, the script writers have to be ready for anything. They don't know what's going to come that way. But you need to start thinking about getting actors. And we have Jody Siley on our team, who's one of the teachers here, and she also runs the San Diego Film Consortium. She'll probably be able to help us get a load of actors. But as a script writer, you can say, okay, I know I only have, say, maybe 2 girls and 4 guys. Let's make sure as soon as the script comes, our genre comes in, I'm able to accommodate that based upon what we have. And what you also need to know is, what locations do we have? The school will be open for all 48 hours. This room, people last year were in here with mattresses, and the whole school was open. I think Dave and Cisco will help out with that. Dave said he's going to come up in a little bit. He was the producer last year. Was he line producer? He was assistant producer. Were you involved last year? Okay, what was your role?
I was just PA because I was only intern. Criminologies.
Did everybody get a chance to sign this? Anybody not? Okay. What was your experience like?
It was a lot of fun. I think one of the key things was people had to have patience and cooperate with each other, because there was times when we needed the actors and they would just leave the set to go smoke a cigarette or something. It's kind of like we're on a time crunch. So I think that's kind of like one of the main things is just like keep to the timeline, or else like people are gonna start stressing out and getting each other's nerves. But it was fun.
Speaking of actors, actually they have the 48-hour people that put this whole thing together. They have 1 weekend dedicated to just have actors come in. They schedule a location, and then everybody from each team can come in, and then they sit and watch all these different actors around our county here in San Diego. Present their monologues and stuff like that, and then they have like headshots and everything.
And we compete for actors.
Yeah, so you can essentially select and email these different actors. So as far as actors, you don't really have to worry about it so much. You can just, pick the ones that you like, and if they're available and they want to help you guys out, which is kind of cool, because then you get to see all these different actors and their awesome monologues.
And a lot of them will flake on you at the very last second.
Yeah, that's what happened to us the first year. We had, I think it was like this girl and this guy that we had lined up and everything. And so the first year, our actual producer had to be our actress, and then we had another guy from our team be the actor also. So always plan for the worst, I guess.
Yes. Hope for the best, plan for the worst.
Yeah.
Backup scenarios, you never know. You may go from being a grip, somebody holding lights, to being a leading actress. It could be.
That happened to me last year.
Were you a dancer? Yeah, and you never know. You just got to be very flexible.
It's always good to at least know how to set up a tripod and stuff like that. And it's good to practice ahead of time. That way, for example, in any case that somebody didn't show up or anything, you can put somebody else in their place and stuff. So it's good to.
And that'll be up to you guys to say, okay, you know what? I think we should meet every Monday at 12:30 and run through certain things. Some of us will meet on Thursdays to talk about editing. However you guys want to do it is up to you. What we can do is give you advice from things we've learned in the past. Anel she'll be in a different group this year. A lot of times the alumni kind of go off and do their own thing. But it's not competition.
It's always
Okay. Absolutely competition. But the school gets first run at all the equipment and anything that you guys want. We've got all the cameras, all the lights, all the mics, all the computers. you guys are gonna have all the resources that you need. Basically, no excuses not to win this entire thing. That being said, there are companies that are video production facilities that are competing in this as well. People who've had their own set of actors for years that will be doing this as well. But again, you have to be flexible. You never know what's going to pop into your plate. You could luck out and get, an action. You had planned all this action stuff. But if you planned all this action stuff and you get a romance and all you got is combat boots and guns, it's going to be kind of hard. But
It's always fun though, like towards the end when you turn it in, and then you guys all come back like a couple weeks after they already voted and stuff or whatever. You actually get to do the red carpet thing, like how they do it and stuff. They actually do have a red carpet, and I think last year the theater was over in the Poway, and it's really fun because you get to take pictures with your group or whatever.
dress
So you
up.
dress up and everything.
And they show it up on the big screen.
Yeah, and they showed up on an actual movie theater, so yeah, it's fun. The cool thing is also that they have audience awards, and people actually vote for your film depending on your screening and stuff like that, and everybody that's in their group. So if you guys win an audience award, that's kind of cool too, which they announce that day. And then as far as the other categories where people can win awards, they announce those, I think, a week after they show the screenings of all the films. And it's fun because they have, a little get together with everybody, and then we get to kind of network and stuff like that, even if you're not even in their group. And it's fun to do that networking.
Which makes a really good point about the networking. Half of you guys' futures are going to be about what you learned at school. The other half is going to be how you present yourself and how you network. You can't learn enough about networking now. Start doing that now so you can get that job. Speaking of networking, she's got a second interview today. Shh. We wish her all the very best of luck. Whether it be for editing and all sorts of good video stuff. So we're gonna leave you with that. David, are you interested in sort of taking a leadership role? The word is yes.
Yes.
Shay, are you interested in helping out? I like that can-do attitude. So I'm gonna back off and let you guys kind of talk amongst each other. There's not a lot. Josie is a film student, so she could probably give a lot of you guys a lot of advice as well. And I would say primarily you want people who have a little bit more experience with this to kind of take primary roles. Is your boyfriend gonna do it? What's up with that? Well, he's in my class right now. That could affect his grade. How about that?
Do it.
Want me to exploit that?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do it. But take a look. I mean, Josie just did a killer piece on what was called "One Question, 50 People."
50 people.
Do I always get this wrong?
Yes.
50 people, one question. It was a really amazing piece.
What was the question?
If you could go back in time, what would you change? What advice would you give to yourself? And all these people answered it in different ways. It was very moving. I even showed my kids, and they thought, wow, that was great. It was a really, really moving piece. And it really kind of shows you the power of editing, because if you were to watch each one of these on their own, it may not have that impact. But the way that she brought it together with the music, grouped different answers, phenomenal. I would like to think that we're going to get more students who are in the film department. But at this point, I'll give this to you guys. Mark, do you have any last bit of words and encouragement?
Yes. I'm gonna stop broadcasting now.